right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Dr. Simon's Metabolics and Weight Loss Ask Me Anything Facebook Live event for Monday. Was it the 13th of June?
Yes.
Now? Yes, Monday, 13th of June. It's nice and cool outside. I think it's going to be 98 with a heat index of 105 or something.
Tomorrow's going to be over 100 degrees.
Yes. We're answering weight loss questions today, and we're going to talk a little bit about meal prep. That's kind of the topic today, and we're open as usual in both locations, despite the heat and despite the really low gas prices. Yes, you can still come out to the office, right? You won't have to drive to the pharmacy from here because we have an on-site pharmacy. So we're going to save you some money in gas, right? We got a $25 gift card, don't we, Michelle?
Yes, we're giving away $25 to Target. So if you are watching this live, please do two things in order to enter for this gift card. You got to like this video and then comment in the comments section, #SimonsAMA. And also any questions you have, whether it's meal prep or anything else, we're here to answer your questions live. Even though this is also recorded and you may be watching it later, make sure to join us live because that's how you get the gift card. So shall we jump in?
Yes, I think we should get right on down to business here.
Yes.
Sammy from Durham, right? What does Sammy want to know?
Sammy's asking, is meal prepping really as cost effective as people suggest? And if so, how? And the answer is a resounding yes. It really is.
Yes.
It really is. Meal prepping is something that will save you lots of money and probably time, although there is some upfront cost associated with it, and that's the time that's going to take to do it.
It's a no-brainer. Go out with a friend to eat somewhere, look at your receipt, bill, the tip, all that
Prices
stuff.
Are high.
Yeah, and compare it to, I was in the I go grocery shopping every Saturday or Sunday, and so when I'm back there, for example, in the meat section, or the poultry and all that, you can buy chicken and pork and beef. Yeah, it's higher than it used to be. I know that, but it's also you can buy in bulk back there, and per meal, the price comes way down when you do it this way, right?
Yeah. And you think about it. So if, let's say there's a meat that's $10 a pound, right? A serving of protein is about 4 to 6 ounces. So you can get 4 meals
That's right.
out of $10 for your protein, technically.
Yeah, sure beats those meal delivery services. I mean, I'm not going to say the name of all. I think most of you know what they are. But, man, the fees,
it
the
can get really
fees
pricey.
and all that, they add costs onto the price of what the stuff is at the restaurant. They'll bring it to you, but it's going to cost you. And what you're talking about is exactly right. I can go in and buy a couple pounds of chicken for $9, a boneless, skinless chicken breast, filleted, and everything else, and cook that stuff up and portion it out, like you say. And then, here it is, you're eating for $15 a day. And it's, it's very cost effective.
It's a big difference. And as far as making it even more cost effective, and I talk a lot about frozen vegetables. You do not have to buy everything fresh.
I do this a lot too. It makes it a lot more convenient.
I have a deep freezer full of meat that I buy in bulk and get discounts that way. And then another freezer full of frozen vegetables. I don't have to worry about it going bad or throwing food out or food waste.
That's exactly right.
And nutrition-wise, it's still fine. It's still fine, frozen vegetables.
Yeah, one of the things that I do a lot this time of year is, just take a really big frying pan, right? And so I take some of those vegetables and I kind of like pre-warm them in the mic, not all the way up. But, so while the meat and stuff's going in the pan, then I throw the vegetables in toward the end, and
stir fry.
And you just kind of make this stir fry pan full of, and that's easy to portion out in Tupperwares, you see, and then you can throw all kinds of seasoning on there. I did this weekend kind of a Mexican thing where I saw a special on some ground turkey breast in the store, and so I did that, add some fat. I had to put a little butter in there and brown that. And then I threw in the vegetables, and then I threw in some Mexican seasoning. And then I melted some cheese on top and just portioned it out for 2 days, so kind of, and then my wife said, why don't we get some salsa and sour cream? And we threw that on top, you see. You can eat it right out of a bowl, you see. So anyway, those are, really, if we'd have gone out to eat, I mean, you're going to drop $100, right? And so that costs a whole lot less.
For a lot less food.
Right.
A lot less food, too.
Right, So
we have exciting news. You may have seen in our emails. For those of you, and we've been there too, where the idea of taking the time to meal prep is great, but maybe you didn't have the time, or just right now you don't. We are often offering fully customizable meal ready-made, right? It's not a meal kit.
Yes.
You don't have to do anything. It's literally a container that has your protein, your vegetables. It's really high quality, and it's never frozen, right? It's fully fresh. And we have refrigerators in both of our offices for this company, Elite Prep. They're a local company. So we're a local small business, just like us.
Elite Prep Meals. These are good people that own this outfit, and they prepare the meals in a restaurant here locally. They take the orders. You have to order by Saturday from their website by Saturday at noon. They prepare the meals early Monday morning, and this is a drop-off point. Now, Michelle and I don't make any money off this. We just think this is a really great idea for our patients, and we want to promote this sort of thing because, you know, you can go on their site, and I can tell you can order your protein. You can order a low glycemic index starch or a keto type starch like rice cauliflower, and then they're going to pair that with vegetables. And locally sourced fresh vegetables. Now, I'll say this: the protein is seasoned good. They have some good varieties of that. So the vegetables and the quote starch, if you will, are something that they really kind of want you to make a decision about how do you want to season that, because people have different ideas about that. If you just go with one thing, one person may say, I don't like this salt and pepper, it's too salty or whatever. So it's easier for them to just kind of let you make that choice. But you don't have to do any legwork except just pick the stuff up. And it's the more meals you order, the lower the price per meal is. So anyway, and they cook it in wood-fired ovens. So that's the cool thing.
It's tasty. So I've had several of the meals, and I like that it comes with just like the protein and vegetables and some seasoning, so that it leaves it up to me how salty I want to make it. If I want to add any kind of fat, like cheese, for instance, right, to the vegetables, and you know, I'll doctor it up a little bit, and it is great, and it's perfectly portioned. And that's another thing that is really nice about this is, you know, you're getting the correct amount of protein and a good amount of fibrous veggies, so you don't have to try to figure that out on your own.
It fills you up. That's the thing. And I mean, sometimes I get the feeling with pre-made meals and stuff, oh no, it doesn't fill me up. This does. It absolutely fills you up. So it's really worth it in this regard. And we'll keep a few here just to sell right out of the office if you want to come by and get it. But the preferred way to do it is to order it. And you can customize it to exactly what you want. Right?
So go to their website, check it out. I see we have a comment from Dela Burns Scott. She's gonna ask about seasoning. And it's nice. You can really do whatever you want. If you want a little garlic salt on there, put that on there. If you want a little taco seasoning, put that on there. If you want to cover it hot sauce, go ahead.
Those sorts of things are really, you know, there's no calories there, and it's really up to you. So, by the way, thanks for joining us. For those of you who are joined, don't forget to register for the Target gift card.
I think I saw Susie may be the only one registered right now.
That's right. Susie's going to win if somebody else doesn't do it. So we're answering your weight loss questions again. That's right. And it's about meal prep. So the other thing I'd say about seasonings is I keep my finger on the pulse of this sort of stuff, but the amount of sugar-free sauces and so forth that I see is really expanding. Some of them are really good. So sugar-free ketchup, sugar-free barbecue sauce, and not just plain, I mean, with different types of seasoning in there to really make it zing. And so like a Thai chili sauce, you know, that's not sugary. I see those things, and they're actually really good. And so
that's a great point.
And so keep if you know, even the way, I mean, so it's not surprising to see that at Harris Teeter or say Whole Foods, because that's the kind of flavor you get there. But, you know, I still see that at places like Food Line, and which really isn't known for all the specialty type stuff. But so once it's there, it's everywhere, and I see it there now. So anyway, it doesn't have to always just be the dry seasonings. The sugar-free stuff's out there.
Yeah.
And so you can put that on the vegetables. You can put that on the starch. You can put it on your protein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm a fan of that sort of thing.
I try to remind people a lot that eating healthy and eating with an effort to lose weight does not mean eating bland. Right? Flavor is really important. It's making sure that we're getting the flavors from healthy sources and not from ultra processed, high fructose corn syrup filled types of sauces, right? That doesn't mean you can't have sauce. That means you got to be picky about the sauce, just like you're being a little more picky about the quality of food itself. And this quality of food is great. And
it's never frozen.
Just elevate it.
It's elite prep meals are never frozen. They're fresh. Every week they make them again on Monday morning, and so when you pick them up here, what you're getting is really high quality food, and you didn't have to do the work.
Exactly.
Okay.
And if you had every intention of being able to eat 5 in a week, and you order 5 and you didn't get to, you throw it in the freezer. It's already in a little container that just so easily pops into the freezer. So if you didn't finish them, they don't go to waste. You just put them in your freezer, and then a week or two later, you pull them out, and you got the meal ready to go.
That's right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. D. Laverne went to the website and entered. Thank you.
That's
so yeah, Elite Prep. Check it out. It's a local company to Raleigh, and we have in our Raleigh location and in our Durham location fridges. So if either one of those is convenient, you can pick which one. Even if you're not a patient in the office, you can do this, right?
That's right.
Family members can do this. You can pick up at the other office, even if you're normally seen in the Raleigh office. This does not really have anything to do directly with, your status as a patient of ours, right? This is something we're doing just for anyone who needs it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really very convenient.
Mm-hmm. And tasty.
The other thing I really like about it is that, once you spend the money and do that, that's what you'll eat.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not going to.
Very true.
You can't mess this up, really. You just can't if this is what you eat.
Mm-hmm.
If you spend the money and pick it up, the chances that you then eat a bunch of junk goes way down.
Yeah.
So it really helps. It's a real great compliance tool.
Mm-hmm.
And you spend money on food anyway.
Yeah.
You spend money and time on food anyway. So it's not, I don't buy the idea, this is some additional cost. Well, I don't think so when you look at what you're already doing.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, we just talked about Sammy from Durham's question. And if you have the time, the energy, and the resources to cook everything from scratch at home and meal prep the way we were just talking about doing, that's great. You are going to save money. But when we're looking at something like Elite Prep meals for the week versus going out to eat, ordering in, right? No comparison. You are saving still incredible amounts of money.
It's kind of like having a personal chef.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, that's right. Kind of like all these, entertainment personalities who have their chefs and sports stars and stuff. They always have the chef that goes with them and cooks, and this is like having all that.
Yeah, very much.
So
you could be like Oprah.
That's right. Be like Oprah. Yeah, that's exactly right.
A little personalized.
All right. So Tim from Cary. I did meal prep when I started a fast and needed to slowly bring food back in my diet. What are the best meals for fasting and post-fasting? Well, hold on, Tim.
Except you don't eat very fast.
You don't eat meals on a fast. It's not a fast.
Maybe Tim means like if he's doing a 24-hour fast, like what do you have for your dinners or your lunches when you're doing every 24 hours type of thing. Right. And then the longer term fast. And there are considerations. This is a good question because some people really will find that if they are doing a little bit of a longer fast, or even if it's a shorter fast, they don't feel great breaking their fast with a very large meal. Maybe they need to have a little bit of broth or something lighter and kind of step their way back to like a big piece of steak and vegetables. Because when you're fasting, you're getting incredible digestive rest, which is fantastic for a lot of things. But sometimes reintroducing too much too quick can leave us feeling a little bit bloated or uncomfortable. Our digestive tract sometimes needs a little bit of encouragement to get back into the swing of things, right? So I'm a big fan, Tim, of broth, right? Of doing broth or doing something light like scrambled eggs or Greek yogurt or a protein shake, something that's kind of already pre-digested and doesn't take a whole lot of work. And then you can get yourself slowly back to, the meat and the vegetables and, things that are a lot more textured. Do you agree?
Agree. Totally agree. Yeah, yeah. I think, look, Tim, the mistake you don't want to make is to say, "Oh, I've been fasting. Show me the cake."
Mm-hmm.
That's not a post.
Yes.
Yeah, it needs to be really. This is kind of a topic that some of the folks on, say, Diet Doctor really get into.
Mhm.
How do you break that fast, and what does it look like?
Yes.
So the idea that it's somewhat calorically reduced and carbohydrate restricted are kind of good themes to adhere to.
Yes.
Yeah.
And dietdoctor.com is a website that we will sometimes refer people to. It's an excellent source for ketogenic information and recipes. And we have great recipes at casualketodoctor.com and all over our website. But we like people to have other resources too. And Diet Doctor is a great one. Also for fasting, Dr. Jason Fung.
Yes.
Fung is kind of a guru when it comes to fasting for health and for weight loss. And he has some really great books and information out there that you can explore as well. If you're curious about fasting, you're not sure.
Good resource. I really like him.
Yeah, talk to us too.
You can, we have a blog on our site about fasting, so you can check that out.
Yeah.
Well, Ginny from Raleigh wants to know, she says, I hate counting calories or weighing my food. Are there options for customizing your meals? I assume this is in relation to Elite Prep. So you don't have to constantly think about those things.
Yes, that's also the beauty of something like Elite Prep is they are going to give you the appropriate amount of protein, right? We talk about 30 grams or more of protein being very important for lean muscle preservation and increasing metabolic rate and helping with fullness and blood sugar. That's exactly what you're going to get. You don't have to weigh it out. You don't have to plug it into an app.
That's right.
It's there already. And then you have your fibrous veggies and your seasonings, like we said, unless it is a thicker sauce that's going to have calories in it. If it's a dry seasoning or hot sauce, you don't have to worry about the calories.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. It's all figured out for you. And they allow you to add more protein in, for example, on the meals.
Yeah, that's right. It's customizable, so you can even double the protein if you want, or get more of a certain vegetable that you really, really like. So that is nice. Now, if it wasn't for these meals, Jenny, if you're thinking in general, how can I just make it easier when I'm at home or at a restaurant? We talk about how it's kind of easy to be able to picture 4 to 6 ounces of protein as 1.5 decks to 2 decks of carbs, right? Some people will also say your fist or your palm, okay, or if it's a fish fillet, it would be kind of like the whole thing. So there are ways you can learn pretty easily to eyeball something.
Yeah, that's right.
And say, that's an appropriate
That's my
amount.
technique. I hate weighing too.
Yeah,
it's just easier to do it that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
absolutely. Thank you for joining us today at our Facebook Live. We're giving away a Target gift card, $25. We have Susie, Annette, Jean, Charlie. Is that everyone? Oh, Jen. I think there's a Jen. And then Deliver and got in on it. So we have, you still have a good chance, but thank you so much for everyone who has entered. We'll announce at the end of the show who gets that.
I want to take a minute here to talk about Charlie. He attends a lot of these. And I saw him in the office the other day, and he's lost 100 pounds. And I think it's definitely less than a year. It's just a totally different guy. And he's just so good at following our advice. I get real excited to see guys like this. And so he's doing a fantastic job. And that, I think he wouldn't describe himself as anyone extraordinary.
Right.
He's
doing it.
Yeah, exactly. And he's an older guy. So it totally blows this idea out of the water that you got to be young to lose weight. And that if you get in your 60s, for example, it gets harder. A guy like Charlie defies all that. He just watches those carbs really close and pays attention to that. And man, he's done really great. He gets a lot of walking in because he plays golf, and that helps.
Congratulations, Charlie. Keep up the good work.
It's really a fantastic.
Oh, that's so nice, Dealer, and you encouraging him. This is what we need more of. Yes, we need recognition and encouragement. So thank you so much for that, Dealer. I think we could all do a better job of really building each other up, especially in today's day and age where there's just so much negativity. So way to go, Charlie.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah, man, he's the weight loss king.
Yeah. So towards the end of the show today, we're going to say hello to the co-owner of Elite Prep. He's going to come into our office here, and we'll do that later at the end, and then we'll also do the gift card later then. So for now, we're answering your weight loss questions. So if anyone live here wants anything answered, please go ahead and let us know. But now we'll move on to Sara from Durham, asking how far in advance should someone meal prep for, weekly or monthly? That really depends on how much freezer space you have, how much fridge space you have, and how much time you have. Yeah,
like you say, you freeze a lot of your stuff. If it's fresh, obviously it's just a weekly thing. So the food will go bad, right? So but if you have the freezer space and you're really planning out and buying an extensive amount at one time to save money, then it's kind of like two steps. Procurement and then preparation. Preparation will be closer to the on a weekly basis, but the procurement could be for even months at a time. And I'll be honest with you, just think financially, not to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't see how prices are going to go down over the next couple months when it costs more and more money to ship them to the store on a truck that burns gasoline, right? So even if all your costs of production are the same, the cost of transportation is definitely going up, which is going to drive up the cost. So if you see a deal now and you got the freezer space, buy it while it's cheaper, because it's going to be more expensive in July and August. I promise.
That's a great point.
And so it's a money saver, kind of a no-brainer. Right?
Absolutely. So good question, Sara, but it's up to you. I usually do weekly unless I can foresee in my calendar there's something crazy going on. Then I'll make like double Philly cheesesteak casserole.
That's right.
And freeze one of them.
Exactly. So and you can even do like I do, is like I talked about over the weekend. You just make a couple of days of food at one time. It's not going to work if you and your spouse hate eating the same thing twice in a day, but for me, it's no big deal.
Right. Or you sprinkle in something like the Elite Prep meal. So you make a couple of meals for the week, and you have that kind of every other day. And then in between, if you don't want to eat the same thing every day, you have some really great options with the Elite Prep with their different proteins and stuff. So that can really help keep it interesting.
So
varied.
The last question from Laura is about, she likes flavor. She's worried about adding the sauce. Well, we kind of answered this, and the unnecessary calories. How do you keep things flavorful? Well, you don't go with high calorie sauce. Or high sugar sauce in most cases. And the dry seasoning, hot sauce and stuff like that is fine. And, we talked about on the Elite Prep meals that you may want to do some of that with your vegetables and starch. The protein is usually seasoned the way you want it. And I talked about, the sugar-free stuff that's out there today, but then all the dry stuff, and the hot sauce and stuff, you're good to go on that.
And don't forget spices and herbs. I mean, you could even create a little herb garden right in your window inside. You have chives and thyme, rosemary, and all kinds of yum stuff. Basil, that goes a long way. Yeah,
that's right. So, all right. So let's see. Why don't we go ahead and we want to introduce Eric Jones, co-founder of Elite Prep Meals. And so Eric is welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Happy
Thanks
Monday.
for having me. Happy Monday, absolutely.
So Eric is delivering some meals here this morning. And anyway, Eric, just as a background, you're a fitness guy too.
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about your business for, in addition to the Elite Prep Meals, what business are you in and where's it located?
Sure. So I own the Anytime Fitness location in Cary. So if you're familiar with Cary, Kildare Farm Road and Cary Parkway, just beyond the Starbucks there. We've been open just underneath 3 years now, so right before the pandemic hit us. And so I'm a certified personal trainer. Been doing that for just going on 12, 13 years now as well. And then got into Anytime Fitness, the franchise, just a number of years ago. So I do a lot of personal one-on-one coaching, semi-private training, as well as now our new venture into Elite Prep Meals, which we've been going for the last few months now.
Now, the other thing, see, Michelle and I teach this concept that we treat obesity with 4 pillars, okay, which includes nutritional therapies, exercise or physical activity, behavioral change, and then medication if you need it. And so Eric is really good at those first 3 pillars. He's really good at the first 3 pillars. And you've got some programs like to really help people with that stuff, don't you?
Sure. We run a number of different coaching programs. Obviously, sustainability and long-term health and longevity is definitely our priority number one. So we try to help people understand that exercise, daily movement, those daily processes are really imperative to make this a long-term sustainable aspect of your life, right? So we run programs anywhere from 6 weeks, 12 weeks, ongoing to 6 months, 12 months of sustainable weight loss, where we do focus on helping you adjust your behaviors and your lifestyle to a more active lifestyle, right?
Yeah, when you bring in a guy like Eric, I mean, the accountability piece really comes in there. Because see, if you start eating cake every day, you're going to have to answer. You can't fool Eric the next time you see him, right? He's going to catch you. And so, his clients are really good. And so anyway, the Elite Prep meals, we've been talking about that on this show. You actually have some of them here.
Absolutely.
That you brought in. Talk a little bit about your meals.
Sure. So Monday mornings we deliver. So your orders will be ready to go and ready for pickup Monday morning, typically around 11 or 12. Here I have an example of one of our meals. You can see we have about 4 ounces of vegetables here, your starch or your carbs, and then your protein as well, all separated out. So this is an example of our peach mango chicken with some sweet potato mash. And this week's vegetable that we put in just our grab-and-go meals were green beans and some squash and zucchini there. Like they already might have mentioned, we don't use any butter, salt, anything to really prepare. So it's really seasoned to your own taste, which makes it very natural. Just to kind of go through a couple others here, we brought one of my favorites.
Just to say, for those of you kind of doing the low glycemic index carb, that's the sweet potato mash is fine. For those of you doing a more keto thing, maybe you get cauliflower rice.
Absolutely.
Right? And you can get this right on their site.
Sure.
They have quinoa, cauliflower rice, the sweet potatoes. You get multiple options, and you get to pick what they are.
Absolutely. Completely customizable. So you're picking out your protein, carb, and veggie each week, and then we deliver them as you order each and every Monday. So this is an example of our sriracha lime chicken. Again, one of my favorites. Sweet potato mash again. All our food is prepared in a wood-fired griddle or oven, and it really makes a super nice taste. Kind of one of a kind there in an Italian restaurant there. And then we're just mentioning the cauliflower rice as an example here. So that gets you that carb-free option. Again, this is our pulled almond chicken. So some crumbled up almonds with some coconut milk makes a nice creamy chicken there. And then with our coconut rice there, and again, our veggies there. So just a couple of examples. And again, we have a variety of different protein options for you to choose from, carbohydrates as well as veggies.
Yeah, Charlie says he's got guns like you. Yeah, Eric definitely has the guns. Yeah, it's the gun show when he shows up. So he doesn't just talk this stuff, he walks it out.
Yeah.
So
no, absolutely.
Yeah, and he really believes in what he does, and you can see it. So these meals are fantastic, and they really. You make a good point about the wood-fired oven and the taste. The taste is good, right? And so when I eat these meals, really the only thing I do any seasoning with is the vegetables and say starch, right? And but man, I don't need to season the protein.
No. Typically, the protein's got a great taste.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Charlie, yes. If you keep changing your diet, you may, but not just diet. This took some work. You got to actually lift some heavy things, not just the fork from these delicious elite prep meals. Talk about the proteins. You have a couple of different proteins that you can choose from, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have chicken, obviously. We have some lean beef. We have fish, mostly tilapia. So a couple of proteins, and then we have some tofu options. So some vegetarian, vegan options as well on the website. So typically we have some great selections of chicken. Sriracha lime being one of my favorites. Got a little bit of a kick to it. That pulled mango has a little bit of a sweet taste to it. And then the coconut almonds are a really good one as well. Gives you a little creamy flavor as well. But plenty of options there. So I think we have about 15 to 16 different protein options to select.
Oh, yeah. And I like the meatballs.
Oh, yeah.
I really
Turkey meatballs, turkey chili.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Turkey
really
chili is amazing.
Yeah, I love throwing some Tabasco on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just really
little
good.
hot sauce on it.
And Michelle and I were talking. I mean, really, compared to any other kind of pre-prepared meal I've had, because it's real food. Sure. I mean, it fills you up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And like, you know, if you talk to Karen, who's one of our receptionists here in the Raleigh office, she says, I can't finish the whole meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And calorically, and nutritional quality wise, it's perfect. So if you can't finish the whole meal, I'm telling you, this is an ideal way to really bring your diet under control.
Yeah,
if you're
absolutely.
looking to establish that sort of structure in your diet and not to have to put a lot of effort into it, this is the way to do it. You'll lose weight.
Yeah.
Sure.
So come check us out. We have these meals in our offices. You can ask us questions. You can buy some, and then you can put an order end of this week to pick up next week.
That's right.
That'd be great.
So the winner of the Target gift card for today.
Target gift card
is
goes to D. Laverne.
Taylor.
Thank you so much, everyone, for entering. Congratulations. We will get in touch with you, D. Laverne, so that we can get you your gift card. Please join us again in 2 weeks. We'll be back.
That's right, 2 weeks. The week before the 4th of July, I think, is the next one. And we look forward to seeing you then. Take care, everybody.